In this video, we're going to talk about 1.3 Objective 4, where we create a random sample. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is using a random number table. Probably have one of those in the back of your textbook, and they have groups of numbers like this, often separated by spaces for readability. These are broken into groups of 5, but we want to generate 12 random numbers that are between 0, 1, and 99. So we want 2-digit numbers. So we're going to split these numbers here into 2-digit numbers. So 87, then 0, 4, then 7, 3, then 1, 9, and then 90. Sorry, that's 1, 1, and then 94, and so on here. I'm just going to do it without the lines there. 9, 2, 8, 2, 8, 6, and then it was too wide. It went off the page when I printed here. They want the first 12. So I'm just going to make additional boxes here for 9, 10, 11, and 12. This is going to be 0, 8, and then 3, 4, and then 5, 4, and then 6, 7, like that. So that's using these numbers that are up here, splitting them into groups of 2, and then just writing them down. So that's how we use an old-fashioned random number table, and we usually pick where we're going to start on the table randomly by doing something like dropping a pin onto the table and looking where the head of the pin lands, and that's a random event, so that we don't bias the results by always using the same table and always starting with the first row, first column, something like that. So we would get the same numbers every time if we chose the same way from the same table, and it wouldn't really be random anymore. So now another way to select random numbers is with a pseudo random number generator. We just call it a random number generator, but it's pseudo random because it's using technology with a formula to do this. So if we wanted to generate 13 random numbers between 1 and 600, what would be the correct command to put, for instance, into the calculator here or into the computer? It would look something like we would want a random integer. So that's what rand int means. And we want lower bound of 1 and upper bound of 600. And we want 13 to be output, 13 integers. So that's how we would put it in there, like that. Know where your random number generation features are in your calculator that you use for your class, and the difference between the different types of random numbers that you can generate, such as just a random number that is usually going to be between 0 and 1, how to get a random integer. Do you want negative integers or only positive integers? That's how you can use these bounds here, and other things like that. So you can give the calculator some boundaries to work within. All right, let's go ahead and look at problem number 3. A researcher wants to study the effects of sleep deprivation on motor skills. 9 people volunteer for the experiment. Their names are Amanda, which starts with A, Brian, which starts with B, Christine, which starts with C. You see this pattern, they'll use this a lot in the book. David starts with D, Emily with E, Fred with F, George with G, Heather with H, and Ivan with I. So it's just easy for you to write down the letters A through I to represent the 9 people who volunteered. Use the first row of digits in the random number table below to select a simple random sample of these subjects, ignoring zeros. The other 6 subjects will go into the control group if the subjects are numbered 1 through 9 alphabetically. What are the numbers of the 3 subjects selected? List the subjects that will go into the treatment group. Okay, so again, it says to use the first row of digits here in the table. So I assume we're using this this row, line 1, column 1, like that. So we're going to get 7, and then 2, and then 3, since the first 3 numbers are 7, 2, 3. So then we would look for who is number 7, and that would be George. Then who's number 2? That's going to be Brian. And then who is number 3? That's going to be Christine. And then everybody else, so these are the 3 that will go into the treatment group. Everybody else is going to go into the control group. All right, that's it for this video. We'll come back next time and talk about 1.3 Objective 5. See you for the next video.